Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody out in the world. Hello and welcome to this Friday's edition of Dave in the Shed, our Friday update, whatever the name we're calling it this week. Anyway, welcome aboard. Quick update on what's been going on in the shed. Just showing you some bits and images. This used to be the petroleum depot, but I've changed it. It's going to be a multi-purpose facility. I do have to build a unloading shed so we can unload stuff in bits and pieces, but there you go. That is now the Australian Fletcherline Industries, AFI. Well, one of their industries in AFI. We've had Fletcherline tankers on the layout for quite a while, but I've done a bit of an upgrade and modified what was Australian Fertiliser Industries into AFL, Australia, anyway, AFL into AFI. Because I like the logo and like their wagons. So there you go, that's AFI, Australian Fletcherline Industries, which will be going there. And they've got a sign and wagons. So I've done a bit of work on the wagons and weathered them up and done a bits and pieces. Went a bit crazy with decaling this week, as you can see. Work down here, the Fragar Brothers, getting delivery at the Fragar Brothers builders and buses. One of the Fragar buses in the background there. Finally got round. I just decided because I put some labels on the water gins. Most people would know what they are, water gin, but I thought, okay, let's have some fun. And that's all. Look, there's Billy. Billy's getting a delivery today as well. If you're a fan of the Monday Club, you'll know what Billy and Billy's replacement sleepers are all about. So there's Billy and bits and pieces. Okay, good news this week. I have managed to source some more the LED strips, the rechargeable ones. Found them on Amazon from a supplier. Hold the phone up situation so we don't actually see the LEDs. I have to put a little valance in there. So I've managed to source enough of those to finish the area of the layout where it would be suitable to install those. Far cheaper price too than the Aldi prices, about a third of what Aldi are charging, but they look like the same online. So I've sourced those. That'll be good fun. The only interesting thing about that on Amazon is the person I was buying them from kept stating they only had one left. And so you'd buy one and you click on it and go, okay, because I wanted about 3 sets, and then they'd magically appear again and, only one available. So it's a bit of a con job to buy them. So I had to buy them in multiples of one instead of buying a bulk order. But there we go. That's that. So we'll have more LED strip lighting, however they take too long to come via China. Because they do a good job. I like those. I like the idea that they've got those rechargeable battery packs. I've also managed to source them in longer lengths than just the metre that we were buying. So that'll make life a bit easier. But there, yep, that'll be good when we get all the way down there done. Still working on getting up with the LED strip lighting because it does make a difference. Okay, let's work on to Let's move on to. I rearranged the tram displays again. So I'm lining things up. I've got to work out a shelf system to try and display these a bit better. But there's the R trams up there. The 2-door one is the R, the single door is the R1. That red one, the door is too big, but we've modified that in the newer version, which I'll show you in a second. There's some O's. There, O breakdown, the OP. I've been through these before. Up the top there is L's, LP's. Sorry, no. There's L trams. Sorry, start again. P trams and PR1 trams up the top. There is an LP there, which is the Newcastle. But once again, these are all waiting paints and improvements and doing bits and pieces. There is a P that I made for somebody up there. And the person that's up there, there's a P up there. That's the P, the LP somewhere else. Yeah, so anyway, there was one I did for somebody, and I'm just going to add it to my fleet now because they jumped up and down. I produced it, and yeah, they never came back to collect it or pay for it or do anything. But anyway, so there is a spare P class up there. I'll have to drag out the LPs over. LPs up here, waiting for paint. Okay, you've rabbited on about that. Let's look on the workbench, Dave, before we have to. So here are the R's. I said I was going to get back to work on the R's, so I've upstated. That's not very good. So I've started the R's. These are waiting for undercoat. It's easier to actually get some undercoat and then pull all the dags off because it just makes them easier to grab, easier to see. So there is the the R in all these sections ready to be glued together and undercoated. There is the R1. Once again, printed sections. These take about to print 2 days to print. The R's, but I'm getting to the stage where I've actually modified and got the files down to it. Actually, I'm getting quite efficient. They look really good now. I'm quite happy with these versions. If anybody wants the files to print their own, let me know. What else we got over here? Oh look, aren't these fantastic when you can buy them? LEDs with the automatic, the resistor in them to do the current limiting. You buy them off the interwebs for called 12 volt LEDs, but they're just a LED with a resistor in them to do the current limiting. That's what I put in my Leica, so you don't have to mess around with putting current limiting resistors and all that on DCC. So aren't they fantastic? And look, just we're playing around with decos. These I re-deckled. These are now AFI, not AFL, Australian Flatline Industries. The interesting thing about Flatline is it can be a solid, liquid and a gas. So there are some hoppers. Once again, they're like caricature cars. Oh, also working on the dinosaur depot. Doing a bits and pieces, a bit of work on that, but it's got some decals on the tanks and also an unloading structure over in the the natural gas facility. So it's got a walkway. I've got to do some piping and some detailing, but that's anyway. Back to the workbench. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. There's R's. So next week I'll probably have them glued them up and undercoated. There's carriages, there's signs, there's wagons. Oh, if anybody wants some LCH hoppers, if you're narrow gauge modelling, got a use for those, let me know. There's a couple of packets of them here. I've never done anything with. They were given to me years ago. I've never done anything with them. They're floating around, but they're not too bad if you're doing actually a HO scale. If somebody's a HO modeler and wants those, or if you want to use them for narrow gauge purposes, let me know. Now stop rabbiting on, Dave. Have a look at this big box. Well, this took a bit to get here. I've been chasing one of these for ages. I found it on eBay in America. Purchased it, got it here. Got stolen by customs. Well, got grabbed by customs. I had to prove that there was no more available in Australia. I couldn't purchase one in Australia. Otherwise, I was going to have to pay import fees and all sorts of stuff. But I managed to prove to customs, and they were happy that I couldn't get one in Australia, so I had to do an import. And here it is. Arrived this morning. Left on my doorstep. Congratulations. Been whacking for this. Have a look at this. Try not to shake around too much. Yep. Okay. Now, I'm not going to unwrap it, but because then I've got to stop the video. But you can guess what it is. Can you? Can you? I'll show you next week, unveil. If you don't have any idea what this is, all will be revealed next week. But if you do know what it is, go, wow, yep. Still looking for one more. Shout out to Dan. Dan still helped me. We need to source one more, and I will be a happy laddie if I can get one more. Because I've got one more loco to build, and that'll be the end of what I'm doing with these. But there you go. That is one more. That is, I sold one of my shays to finance this. The other shay is still for sale. My Climax for sale. If you want any more details of that, hit me up and let me know. But till then, keep safe. We'll chat soon from Dave in the Shed. Once again, if you want any more information about anything I'm working on, if you're interested in STL files or anything I'm printing, let me know. Roll the R over. So these are, I've just changed the files. I'm not printing seats in them anymore. I've got them down to a spot where I can print half a tram in the little printers now. Pretty good, pretty fine scale, in about 12 hours per section, a bit more, so it's probably, yep. Anyway, that's all for this week. Don't forget, like and subscribe if you want to know anything about what we're doing. Sing out. I've got something over here, printing, which is another experiment. We'll talk more about that next week. So like, subscribe, play with your trains, be happy. Talk to you next week. Peace out, all that stuff. Keep safe. Bye for now.